Alright, what's going on, guys? Fortminer back again in here for another video for you guys for today. And in here for basically the second time trying to do this. Originally I had an audio video schedule for, my raw review, but I was having some, upload issues with that. So, hopefully that can be resolved and, save a different audio video for another time. But I am in here for a regular video for you guys, and in here for my raw review. Before I get into that, I do have a shout out and for someone who's been commenting on my main channel and on my videos, and who's just a good guy. He makes good videos. Definitely check him out towards the end of the video when you guys can, and take some time to watch his videos and even subscribe to him if you guys feel like it. That is the shout out for Page Fan 424. Definitely, like I said, check him out, and the link will be down in the description box to check him out. And that's basically it with the shout out. So that's it with that. Anyway, getting into the main part, of course, with Raw and the final Raw before the Royal Rumble, which is this Sunday. It's an alright show. For the last Raw before the Rumble. We had Edge coming out in the beginning with the promo, and basically saying he wants the Miz to come out and settle this thing and have the champion versus champion matchup started early for the first matchup of the night. Did we get to see that exactly? Then we had the Mystery GM coming out and basically making an over-the-top rope challenge. We had Tyson Kidd, Drew McIntyre, and Jack Swagger. Basically, whoever got to, throw out, Edge over the top rope would have been, the guy to be in the number 40 spot in the Royal Rumble. Did that happen? Well, not exactly. They all failed trying to attempt to throw out Edge, and Edge was able to throw each guy out and, basically sending them a message that that's not going to happen. And he still wants, the world title and, wants to remain world champion. Right after that, we get to see CM Punk and his Nexus come out. And, basically saying they wanted, to win the Royal Rumble and dominate in there. Also, we have Ray Barrett and the Core coming out, and basically we get to finally see, that's right, Nexus versus the Core. That matchup was made for later on in the evening for the main event, and Ray Barrett and CM Punk. Basically, whoever lost the match will be out of the Royal Rumble match, and we had a special guest referee. Yes, of course, it was John Cena. So that would be, talked about later on. The first tag team matchup of the night, the first matchup of the night, we had Sheamus and Alberto Del Rio going at it in the tag match against John Morrison and Mark Henry. And this was a pretty good, start to kick off, Raw with the tag team match. We see everyone getting involved in this. We see like the running knee by John Morrison. We see the tempo kick by Sheamus in this match, so everyone getting involved. In the end, Alberto Del Rio gets the, a submission to Mark Henry with the cross armbar and makes Mark Henry tap out. So that's what helps Alberto Del Rio and Sheamus get the win. So they defeat, John Morrison and Mark Henry, and that's it with that. Also, we had, not getting into too much, particular order with these matches. We also had a Divas Championship matchup on the line. Finally getting to see Melina against Natalya, and this time for the championship. And this wasn't that bad of a match. Again, the Divas getting basically much more time in this. And, I think, 2011 is looking to be the Divas year for this. So, of course, with Melina and Natalya, this matchup was expected to be at least, pretty good, since, they're one of the, many better female wrestlers. So, I was actually, a little bit into the match. We see a pretty interesting submission by Melina, I believe. It was kind of like a chicken wing type of thing, where Natalya had both arms, around her back, and in a pretty bad situation there. So that was a pretty interesting and cool submission that we got to see. We see, like the takedown onto the floor there as well, and Natalya coming back with a submission and making Melina tap out. So Melina was defeated there, and Natalya retains. Right after that, we did get to see Lay Cole coming out, and of course, wanting their rematch clause. They didn't get to say who was exactly gonna go out and face Natalya, so it might be a handicap match at the Royal Rumble, I guess, or they didn't really say if it was going to be Michelle McCool versus Natalya or Layla versus Natalya, so it's basically Lay Cole and Natalya for the Divas Championship, so that was a matchup added with that. We had a 6-person tag, which really wasn't nothing special, with Daniel Bryan and the Bellas getting defeated by Teddy DiBiase, Maurice, and Alicia Fox, so not a lot happened with that. Something pretty funny did happen with that, right after the match. Of course, had the Bellas trying to beat Daniel Bryan's first, but, since they're getting a little jealous, they wanted to see exactly who Daniel Bryan was going to choose between them. And actually, he went with Gail Kim, which surprisingly is now, supposed to be his girlfriend. So, I thought that was hilarious with that. I actually enjoyed that little thing that they had there. So that was pretty funny. So, Daniel Bryan really proving that he is the best in the world. So I thought that was cool. The champion versus champion matchup. We had The Miz and Edge. Finally get underway, and this matchup wasn't bad. We see the high cross body here in this match by Edge. We had Dolph Ziggler and Vicky Guerrero on commentary. We had Alex Riley who was there, but really didn't get involved too much, which was a good thing. So I was pretty happy about that. He didn't really interfere too much. We see The Miz doing the stops and the usual moves that he does too as well, so this was a pretty good back and forth match until we had the run-in by Dolph Ziggler and trying to make a statement and saying he wants to be the next World Heavyweight Champion and it's time for a change. So we did get to see that, getting the attack on Edge. We see Randy Orton come running out and RKOing Dolph Ziggler and Alex Riley. I believe he got the RKO on The Miz too. I don't really remember if he got it or not. But Randy Orton coming out and basically saving the day. So we do have another match made for SmackDown. We have Rated RKO coming back and as a tag team against The Miz and Dolph Ziggler. So it's champion versus champion, #1 contender versus #1 contender on SmackDown. So that should be interesting. It's going to be absolutely cool seeing Rated RKO coming back as a tag team. So I'm actually looking forward for that. So stay tuned for that. SmackDown. Also, we had a tag team matchup, a non-title tag team matchup. With the Nexus against Santino Marella and Vladimir Kozlov. This one was alright. Nexus getting the defeat there, and basically, I guess in a way sending a message to them. And of course, everyone getting involved, and Husky Harris getting the finisher and then defeating them. So it looks like maybe in the near future, maybe Nexus will in time get the tag team championships back to the Nexus, I should say, and that should basically happen with that. Also, of course, then we had, with the main event, we had Wade Barrett against CM Punk, John Cena, the special guest referee, basically Nexus versus Nexus in a way. With this could have been a whole lot better. Nothing really big happened in this match. Basically, John Cena as a ref, playing the mind games, slapping Wade Barrett right across the face, pushing CM Punk. As much as they wanted to attack John Cena and getting the payback on, what he did, they couldn't do that, so they took their frustrations out on each other. John Cena signing some autographs and stuff like that. So, John Cena really not being, a good ref, and just basically messing with them. Then he goes for the double disqualification, and that's basically it. So pretty disappointing about that. But you know, the stipulation was, you know, whoever lost the match, they would be out of the 40-man Royal Rumble. So I guess they're still in it. I'm not too sure. It was a little confusing on what happened there. I'm pretty sure they're probably most likely still going to be in the 40-man Royal Rumble. So, you know, that's what basically happened with that. Right after that, we did get to see the Royal Rumble Raw preview like we usually do. So, you know, that was always, you know, cool to see to end the show. So, you know, Raw briefly, you know, was an alright show for the last Monday Night Raw before the Royal Rumbles. So that basically has to do with the video. Definitely stay tuned for In the Hot Seat. Originally I was supposed to have G-Man as a host, but you know, things you know, changed with that. So I will have none of that good old SD back with us, and even as with another guest host. So we have, you know, basically 2 guest hosts really supposed to be coming in for tomorrow. So definitely stay tuned for that, for In the Hot Seat, for the first In the Hot Seat for 2011. So it should be a good show, and that has to do with the video. So let me know what you guys' thoughts are on Raw. What are you guys looking forward for the Royal Rumble, stuff like that. And that has to do with the video. And of course, as always, I will talk to you guys later on. Peace.